Do you feel stuck, my friend? Do you feel that everything you've done has failed to succeed? Do you have that inner feeling that you've tried everything and anything possible, but still nothing comes to light? What if I told you that I can provide you a solution, a very simple solution? I am Joseph Kabali Kudembe, the Executive Director of Centenary Bank. With over 26 years of turning pain and challenges into opportunities and positive work streams, success is not something that we just dream about. We have to believe, you and I, that this is something that is possible. You are welcome to my space, the Jobali Impact. Today we are going to discuss a step-by-step way of ensuring that we turn around this space. I'm going to refocus you, change your goals, put your goals in a particular format in which we'll take them one at a time until you achieve success. Before we begin or go any further, let me tell you a story, my friend. In 2008, I was a relationship manager. I had a client. These customers had a vision, a dream that nobody would think about. There was a problem that was not only affecting the country or even themselves, but was a major problem for sub-Saharan Africa that had been going on for a very, very long time. They had approached the institution to get funding to start up an entity to help them manage this problem. Unfortunately, along the way, there were costs that became higher than the funds that they had gotten and remained at the last minute. They required a license, but the challenge was that they needed extra funds to clear out a small problem, which at this time had become a bigger problem for them. No more funds would come in because limits had been exceeded. Only one option remained. We sat with the clients. This gentleman thought through, as we thought through as a bank as well, and we came to a conclusion that we can approach the government of Uganda. Approach the government for funding, additional funding. The meeting turned successful after a while, and these funds came through. Payment was made and the license was granted. Then there came the next challenge. The plant is ready, but unfortunately, they need raw materials to start the manufacturing. But raw materials require funding. We had a ready market, a ready buyer, willing to and who had committed to buy everything they would manufacture. But we had a small challenge. There were no funds to buy the raw materials. We sat down with my colleagues and the customers and came out with this idea that had never been done in the financial sector. But we needed buy-in from the ultimate beneficiary or buyer. At the same time, we needed confirmation from the supplier of the raw materials. And we had to think of a more holistic structure that would provide the raw materials at the same time payment is received. Then we met the buyer and told the buyer we want the funds committed in advance. We as the financial institution will hold on to these funds with a commitment to ensure that we only pay to the supplier, to the client when he has delivered. An agreement was reached. Then the next challenge came. If these funds are held, how do we get the raw materials in? Another engagement was done with the supplier of the raw materials, who agreed to a commitment from the bank as well, that we commit that we shall pay at a later date once he has delivered the raw materials. The raw materials were delivered, the plant manufactured, the end product was supplied, payment was made immediately, and another payment was sent to the supplier of the raw materials. My friend, I need to tell you that today, what was a dream in the 90s came to reality. Sub-Saharan's biggest problem was solved by the brains of these entrepreneurs and my colleagues. Today, we are a very proud nation of the success of this entity, not only because of the economic impact it has, but the social impact it has had over the years in Uganda, East Africa, and much of Sub-Saharan Africa. There are no hard things. It is how you think through the challenges to create an opportunity. Did you know that we came up with a funding structure that had never been done before in the banking sector? This structure allowed the ultimate beneficiary of the goods to release funds before they had received product. This structure allowed the manufacturer of the raw material to release the raw material before they had received the funds for them. But more importantly, it was not partial payment. It was the full funds were released in advance thanks to this structure, and were able to support our customer to receive the raw materials, process and produce these into ready-made goods, deliver them to their ultimate buyer, and funds were released in their accounts, and everybody was happy. To date, this is what we call pride of Uganda, because this entity is supporting the East, not only Uganda, the East African market and much of Sub-Saharan Africa. This is a solution that we had with my colleagues and these fine gentlemen, our customers. was the three fine gentlemen, our customers, myself and my colleagues, to refocus all our plans on the big dream. I am sure you too can do this. Allow me to take you through a step-by-step process on how we are going to overcome your challenge. It worked for us. We did it and it worked for us. And I can guarantee you that this will also work for you. Step 1, sit back and refocus all your thoughts and energies on the challenge you have at hand. This will require you to have an open mindset so that you can think outside the box. For example, the story I've just told you, we focused on the big dream. Remember, funds had already been committed and all of us had lost loved ones for so long a period, and therefore a solution had to be done to achieve this big dream. Step 2, find and note down all that you have not done, something different from what you've previously. Focus yourself onto it. But in most cases, all it takes is changing your mindset, allowing yourself to think about something that you have not thought through, something that you have not done. In my story, we had to let go what is in the books of bank to come up with a solution that had not been done, and it has helped us achieve our goal. So have an open mind, and please do note down every single thought that comes to your mind. Come up with the possible solutions which you have noted down. Please remember something that you have not done before and you've noted it down. Once you've noted down these thoughts or possible solutions, which you need to limit to just a few so that you can focus yourself well. All it takes is to ensure that you have focus on a limited number of possible solutions. Think through these solutions and avoid taking much longer period than you can take. You need to avoid procrastinating in acting on these 2 or 3 possible solutions. Step 4, consult on these possible solutions with key stakeholders that are more knowledgeable than you, have the experience, all the resources that you will need to come up with a good solution. Please do not hesitate to consult. Everything is possible when you have an open mindset and put all your energy to closing it. Step 5, you now need to focus all your energies onto that one solution and make sure you put it into action. Please do remember that every step needs to be placed within a particular timeline so that you ensure that the goal is also achieved within a particular timeline. These steps are very important in helping you achieve your dream, and you need to follow these steps to the dot, especially step number 4. Commitment, on the other hand, my friend, is very key, because this is where everything changes. Stop relying on feelings and act on actionable plans. Start today with a single plan. Take it one step at a time, but very importantly, with full commitment. I want to thank you for being with us today in my space on the Jobali Impact. Until next time, please do stay focused. Thank you. I'm closing out with this quote: "Discipline is the soul of the army," from Sun Tzu.